We're here to talk about playing drums quietly, but still channeling the same energy. Remember, drums are an acoustic instrument, so there's no digital sound unless you're using like an SPD pad. There's no really digital sound coming from an acoustic drum kit. It's called an acoustic drum kit for a reason because it's a wood instrument. It produces a sound. It's a wood or brass instrument, I should say, because your snares are typically brass. So, like, how do we channel the same energy but not play at a level that's overpowering, right? And we have to really, really make some definitions here, y'all. Like, there's a big difference between velocity and energy. Two different things. Velocity, in my opinion, is the weight or the rate at which you like hit like your drum. It's the actual force that's being applied. Energy actually is the full cohesive sound of your instrument. So a guitar player, the same way, just like they can play the same part, but with their expression or volume pedal, like back down the noise floor, you can do the same thing with your drum kit. It just requires a lot of attention. So I'm gonna play two examples. I'm gonna play a groove where it's loud. I'm gonna play a groove loud, and I'm gonna play the same groove maybe a little bit quieter, but with the same amount of energy. And then we're gonna break it down, like how do we accomplish that? So here we go. So you see, that was pretty loud. It wasn't terribly loud, but it was pretty loud. Now I'm gonna play one where I literally do the same groove, channel the same energy, but maybe just back down the noise floor a little bit. So same groove, just a little bit quieter. And so let's break down, like, how do I accomplish that? Like, obviously, if you're in a room where you can play loud and you can do the first one, great, it's awesome. If you're in a room where you need to channel the same energy but play quieter, maybe the second groove is more of like how you're probably playing in a chorus. So that's a chorus of Good Plans that I just played through at two different velocities, right? Same energy, same part, same translation, just a little bit quieter. Guys, as a drummer, like I too often see drummers, like literally we just play like this. We don't move. And there's nothing wrong with that inherently, but how to channel energy, like it's got to come through your body movement. So if you notice in both examples, how my whole body is pulsing with the beat. It's pulsing with the groove. I do that on purpose because that's actually how I can transfer energy from my hands and my feet into the actual groove, into the actual drum, right? So like move a little bit, right? If you need to actually like dial back your sound, it's actually helpful to get your body or at least your head or something like that moving because you can channel that same energy, play with that same passion, but just at a quieter level. And honestly, again, that will serve your mix. Like if you're in a room where you need to do that, it will actually serve your mix and it'll sound great because guess what? Your drums are actually mic'd up and they sound really good if your audio engineer is able to like turn them up a little bit, right? If it's able to be in the mix versus like if you're playing loud in a room where you need to play quieter, your audio engineer has to bring all of your levels down, which you're not really in the mix. You're playing acoustically. And so we want to, even though these are it's an acoustic drum kit, we want to be in the mix. So maybe you're in a room where you have to play a little bit quieter. But yeah, that's how we channel the same groove, but maybe just a little bit quieter. Same energy, just a little bit quieter.